Alright. The letter, guys. We are back in it. So let's load game. Oh yeah, last time basically what happened is we watched a movie, we watched Zach's movie, and all that happened. By the way, after this game, we will be finishing up. We'll be playing Detention, and I also plan to finish up. We'll be playing a game called Detention, and I also plan to finish up playing Fast Food Simulator. I never really finish up the game, but just I'm gonna play it until I get tired of it, which, happens quite quickly. Now, what I mean by getting done with this game is getting done with Chapter 1, and then I'll take a little break, and then I'll play Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, and then I'll take another break in between chapters, because I'm kind of going day by day with this game. Anyways, let's load game. Yes. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are still busting full of people, though those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in the sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for someone to get lost in a city as nondescript as Luxborn. I was afraid too. At one point, back when I was new and had just set foot in this place, now with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends, and Ash? Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep, looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to the latter's frustration. But he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Help me.
Huh?
Oh, hell no. Cold, sickening, drowning my chest, tightening, breathing, becoming labored. I can taste blood in my mouth. The edges of my vision blurs. In distance amid the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Nah, bro. Chill, bro.
No, not me.
Somebody.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world suddenly snaps into place. The murmur is gone. I open my eyes, Becca raises an eyebrow at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me? Oh, yeah. Just, okay. Sorry, I spaced out. You always do that.
Nothing. There are only Zach and Ash watching over us as we head back where Becca parked her car. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of the tiny pinpricks of fear crawling at the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
Another glance into the final leave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I heard. I don't want to know. And if this is what would help me sleep tonight, what would give me back normalcy in life, then so be it. October 22nd, Saturday. Darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in without warning, and I'm falling. My eyes snap open. Wait, wasn't yesterday just October 23rd? No, it's October 21st. My eyes snap open. For an instant, doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back and shoulders ache after I've fallen asleep all hunched up the night before. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light streaming through my window and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from a pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luxborn, or at least none I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, the more pleasant kind I'll tell my siblings about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. Oh, there's a picture of Ash, Zach, and Becca back there. No, I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
It forced me to look over at the clock, even with the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulder and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. In a heartbeat, I'm up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
Admittedly, it's a weekend, as an unspoken rule then tells me to extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh Lord, one box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough the second time around. I grab my towel and march a few short steps away from the bathroom when a muffled ringing breaks out from my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first. My mind conflicted whether I should just ignore it or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or worse, our boss? Sheesh, in the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday peeks out when I pull the device out. The sight of it enough has put me in a foul mood, and it takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. The caller ID reads Mama.
Huh?
It's around 4:43 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noontime here, and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use that money on something else than an international call. Regardless, I'm in the most cheerful tone I can gather.
Hello?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama, I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
There's a tired tilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. Wish there's something I can do for her. But they're miles away like this, so the least I'm able to do is not make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are, Clea Jordan's already out working right now. Again, I can't count on my older sister either. Knowing she has a family of her own and, well, Ann's financial situation isn't exactly great right now. Having ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas. How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Aw, poor kids.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
Subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. From the way his Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds. But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well.
That's good.
The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills all rest on my shoulders. Although Mama makes a little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the costs of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even accept help from our own government because the health insurance there barely covers anything. Move to it.
I'm sure he'll get better soon.
The worst
Is he well
idea.
enough to talk?
By the way, worst
Do you
idea.
think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Worst idea, by the way. Do not move to America. Silence. I start to think that the Galga got until.
Listen, Grace, maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I think you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to lie yet. Look what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition, too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Karen Kaui. When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later, and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile, though Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering and my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. I need to weigh her down with unnecessary concerns.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There was a small commotion on the other end. The sound of gates opening, the voice of a child, EJ talking excitedly about his day at school, the tapping of feet on the floorboards and as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scene in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now? I'm not around. Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take care of yourself, dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It is with a soft click, leaving half-truths and empty promises hanging in the air. I close my eyes for a moment. I take a deep breath and shake away the thoughts beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over those things right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt Mama forgot to say something.
Mama? Did you forget anything?
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do I do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts.
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down?
An extra box of donuts, though. Honestly, not gonna lie, I would have lied just to get that extra box of donuts.
Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
Okay. Oh goodness. There's a telltale den of several feet shoveling against the wooden flooring into the sink, yelling in the background before Rose cuts the connection. That isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled and out of breath. A feat, if I take into account my usual travel time, routine clamor, common to Briar Realty Corporation's Luxborn office, greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Papers rustling, telephone ringing at sporadic intervals, agents talking at varying volumes, staff moving about, and...
What the hell is Z? Where are my employees? The actual fuck, guys! Of all the times to disappear without notice!
Okay. My boss's words turn muffled as someone else closes the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past weeks, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. They're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload have been shifted to all available staff, so as to not lose clients. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more to send back to my family back home. Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
One after another, she thrusts a bunch of paperwork in my hands without explanation. A page flutters away from the top of the pile. I lean down, pick it up. My eyes scan the top of the page as I straighten. Purchase and sale agreement. Rose simply gestures in the direction of our visitor lounge. I tilt my head in question. Their seat on the sofa looks completely out of place. In the simply decorated room is the same couple from the day before. The Wrights. Something bubbles up in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing.
Buying it? We got a deal?
She swats at my hand, tugging her sleeve through her eyes. Her light was something akin to joy. She wants to sell Haven as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed yet. Documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. Along with the foreboding feeling, I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
She actually wanted higher rates. She actually was going to spend more. She wanted to spend $9 billion on the house, even though it was only for $10 million. Oh my goodness. She wanted to make it 20 times bigger. I don't know. That's just what I imagine. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price, as long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They're paying 50. I was right, chat.
I think if we allow it, they'll be paying up front too.
Oh, okay. Whoa. We got some cash deals here.
Even with that urban legend? Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I were in their place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents who are going to receive the hefty commission after all, nothing more. Rose giving me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them. An unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish what work she left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it has put him in the better mood to the entire office's relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lounge door. Her lips are twisted in a frown. She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright, however.
Why, if it isn't a little Lily? I trust you're feeling well now.
It's Isabella, sir, not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
I don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a fairly common name. I shouldn't be that hard to remember. Regardless, I hand them their copy of the agreement.
I believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
Without elegantly, she plucks the papers off my hands. It's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiating in her stiff stance and the way she's standing at a fair distance from her husband and how the two look to be ignoring each other. Seeing the scene, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who has put her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen dozens of times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it when my own mama and papa fight. I hope they'll make up soon. Apparently satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah claps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Resigned released the breath we've been holding, both of us more happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then? Are you really sure about this property, ma'am? We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
Not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, don't make a scene, we're almost there.
Of course, why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
A helipad would still be a nice addition.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love.
You guys have a designer for a reason, right?
As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it. Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am. Within a week, I hope. We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought should be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Love, servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget...
She discreetly folds something into both our hands and winks. A finger raised to her lips, demanding our silence.
What happened the day before was quite unfortunate. But you did get us what we wanted in the end. That, at the very least, is commendable. But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this. Don't you worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
She smiles sweetly, like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh, before I forget, my lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plans as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact. Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible. I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Just like that, transaction over and done with. My mind's still reeling even after they left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. A part of me feels lucky about the fact no length of the negotiations, no sudden change of minds, just talk signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. The other part, a second ago, we sold haunted property to 2 innocent clients. Sure, that commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization, big enough to pay for all 4 of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it'll keep me away from instant noodles diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, once the deal has been closed. Much of my sanity's relief, but knowing that something's in there, and we gave it to a good couple despite that? Oh, Isabella, the things you do to sell a house and get money, Papa won't be happy with that. At least I have good news to tell them next time I'll call home. The lie I told Mom this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, something.
Yep.
How does it feel?
How does what feel?
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus, too. Aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not everything, of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
She slings an arm over my shoulders and leans in closer to my ears. It shows she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
I don't get it.
It's simple. Go out, do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food. Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you? Hello, this is practically a done deal.
Isn't throwing a party a bit excessive?
Your call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
I don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me.
She's just smart with it, honestly.
But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in the span of a few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Mr. Brennan there, she's one of the BRC's top agents, no matter how modest she appears. Saleswoman through and through. I, on the other hand, have very little knack of it. Of course, I learned eventually I had to. But someone else will, without doubt, do a better job. Once, though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story of what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young Brim with yet-to-be-fulfilled dreams and ambitions. She was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further. But perhaps it's with a sense of fondness started. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective lives. Of goals we both let pass us by because of the circumstances we're in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Reassigned. Have you heard from Mark at all?
Not since the first visit to the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at all. Boss thinks he ran away. I doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows? Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
She throws her ways over her shoulder as she rushes out of the office. Lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of fellow agents also heading out for a much-needed break. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out, but oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. One considers taking once a noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time to make good on the promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too. In the end, only Becca and Zach come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached, so all my calls went straight to his voicemail. He's out again, right here today, gone the next day. Well, his loss. We have agreed to meet at a nearby cafe, the same one I frequent with Becca, because it's cheap and they give away free bread around closing time. Quiet and a little old-fashioned, though. Looks a wee bit out of place amidst the city's tall buildings, and we love it all the same. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books cover the walls. It would have been nice to hang out there for hours on end, but even on a weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found seats and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. Strange seeing the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance, the kind born purely out of differing interests. That or Zach's simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I don't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows that it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca! Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened?
Why do they jiggle?
I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still. Don't rush me. Let's order food first, okay?
A waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, and potatoes in it. But today's a good day. Great, even. And not wrong to indulge in a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Even the person jotting down our order looks surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it, nevertheless, leaves without comment. Becca furrows her eyebrows, her mouth halfway open and ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry. It's my treat.
The glare she sends my way reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from being my mom. A small, sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our order. Isn't anything fancy. Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus and a portion of mashed potatoes on the side. At least that's what the day's special board says. I never did pay attention to it whenever I came here, since the prices were written way above what I'm willing to spend on food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time. Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again. Not on purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today. Right then. Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca. She wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting. I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
I'm expecting grin breaks out on my face, except...
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only risen an eyebrow at me. Well, Zach appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke Ash made and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Ash is not here, so we should celebrate.
Okay, let me do that again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
That is a long name, and that's also where I'm going to end today's video off. Hold on. Let's do this, brah. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to end today's video off. Oh, bro. I could keep going, but I'm going to be smart. And I'm going to save this because I don't want it all to be done in one video. I want to let y'all wait. I want to let y'all wait for the day. And I don't even know if it will come out after the day. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Just make sure it's there. Alright, I'll see you all next time. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye-bye.